Hi everyone, welcome to Agora podcast. I'm your host Vedika Singhania, and today we have Ehab Badwi with us. Ehab founded Syrian Youth Assembly in 2016 as a way to mobilize young people and provide them with access to education, to job market, as a way to bring them together into political spaces. Hi Ehab, welcome to our
Hello.
podcast. Hi.
Thanks for having me today. I'm really excited to see how we can go through it.
Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do and why do you think it's important?
Yeah, absolutely. I am Ehab. I am Syrian German. I come Germany 2015. I come with a passion about how I can support my country, my home country, Syria. I work since 2016 on supporting the Syrian young people worldwide, accessing higher education, development, and at the same time support their ways to participate in peace process. I'm coming from the background of political science. I did my PA in Bard College Berlin. I'm following and continuing right now my study in governance in University of Potsdam. And I'm someone who really belongs to Berlin.
Yeah. And it seems like you have a lot of initiatives that you worked with to create this kind of inclusive political space. How did that come to be?
It come to be like from the first time. It's about to understand what's mean political participation and why it's matter. What this is mean for us as people living in an area, living in a city, living around the world, how to belong and to be part of the big community we are in. And we try to understand and to have different definition of political participation. What this is mean from what can you do in your capacity, in your experience, in your background. And we try to introduce it as well in our case with the Syrian young people. It's about participation in peace process, participation in political situation. It can be as well when we are supporting in a community, the community to be part of accessing job, supporting our local market, supporting our educational system, and giving the young people as well the opportunity to feel the internal peace first, where they are might be interested about peace process or democratic process later. And all this come out, it's about the right of young people to participate, the right of young people to be able to design their future and participate in their future and being part of the global society we're living in.
So with this initiative, do you also work with the diaspora, or is it limited to the people in Germany or also back in the home country?
Yeah. Like we try to as well to come more specific on what we are doing, and then here it start to help us as well to understand with who we have to work with, and then here we create a different initiative, and every initiative trying to target specific target group, and as well target exactly what we can deliver, what we can provide from different program. For example, when we create the Syrian Youth Assembly, we focus on about how we provide access to higher education for young Syrian, and how we support them as well to access to the job market, learning language, improving their skills to be able to apply for job opportunity, supporting them in their process applying for job opportunity, etc. And same times we try to keep always the conversation about peace building, dialogue. It's about debate, it's about exchanging opinion and different understanding. And here we try to focus on the Syrian young people worldwide, trying to bring them together by different digital solution. And our focus here, it was about really humanitarian focus, education and development specifically. Because in the moment as well, Syrian Youth Assembly, was no possibility to participate. Like the country before, held by a dictator, where we didn't have any ways to participate in a peace process or to participate like in generally in political systems. With Dine Almania, we try to focus on young people who are living in Germany, for example, and they are feeling as they are part of the German society, and they want to participate and support the participation in the German local politics system, for example. We try to tell them, for example, or not to tell them, or to help them understanding the different political systems in Germany. To try to tell them what's mean different parties, how democratic process work, which party can be belong to, like to tell them what mean political participation as well on a local level can be, and sometimes like getting engaged with your neighbors like in a local activity. Yeah, and this is like that was a very clear target. Young people who is living in Germany, they aim to participate in political process, and they are from immigrant background.
How important is it that these young people who are arriving in Germany, who are living in Germany now, for them to be a part of this political space? Because traditionally, these spaces are dominated by a certain group of people who have always held hegemony over these spaces. And then, are there challenges that the people face, and how do you kind of bypass these challenges?
The participation in peace process and participation as well in political process, I believe it's the importance. It's about, first of all, to raise up your voice on your need. If I am Syrian living in German society right now, my challenge is different. My need is different. The policy I'm requesting, it's different. I'm requesting something fit in my difference as someone coming from different culture, or I'm trying to stay holding to identity as German Syrian, for example. I'm still trying to speak my language, and I'm still trying, for example, to access different culture, ideas, etc. Although sometimes it's need to have political space to include it and to support it as civil society. And participation in political process or participation in politics in Germany, it's part of how we can save our right as immigrant, how we can save ourselves and our community from any bad policy can be on us. And in the same time, it's about how we shape the future of the country, and as we are part of the country, recognized as citizen, have the right to vote, to participate, and to be politician leading the country in the future as well.
Yes, absolutely. Are there also challenges related to, for example, tokenizing you as a refugee or tokenizing people who are in these spaces? Because then for me to imagine that there is a kind of single narrative that common people who are trying to participate in these spaces, that okay, you're refugees, and that is the only thing that people are talking about. That's the only, because it's a token identity then. So then how do you navigate with not being tokenized, but also to get people to take you seriously, because you're a professional, you're also a person who is expert in peace building, who's an expert in security building. So how does that come in?
I believe the first point is start about partnership. And I believe here it's coming as well from the two sides of the community. It's coming from me as Ehab, as a refugee, as an immigrant living in Germany. And then same time it's coming from the other side of the community as a German who agree and can accept the difference today on German society. It's about how the involvement of immigrant, it's important to continue our world, etc. When we have this like kind of partnership, we start to have that kind of exception to each other, and to support each other, to support one politic fit to everyone. Like with the same conversation today, when I'm hearing like those voices against immigrant or against refugee, and I'm trying to think, it's about politician, when they try to propose it, they propose it only from one perspective. They propose it as short sentence. They say refugee have to go back, but they didn't tell us if they go back what will happen. For example, they give very clear example. It's about the Syrian, for example. We have more than 5,000 chef arts like us, like chef of doctor who is in different places, hospitals, and the like health system in Germany. If all those people left the country in one day, what will be happened with the system? And we can as well try to see what other thing immigrant part of in Germany from different sections. And here it's very important to understand we have not to accept the people, but more than about we have to partnership with them, because they are very important in our society. And this is, it's a start, it's about really the work we try to do to speak to the people, to raise up the awareness, to tell people about who we are as an immigrant and why we are here, and why it's important for you and for us to be here. For us, we're looking for security, we're looking for clear future. We are running from our countries where war was built there, etc., etc. And as well, we are part of the building the community and the continuum of the community for everyone.
This is also the way that the German society, this is the contemporary society, this is all of us being here in this space. So it's not that they can claim the space back from us. It's a mix, and they have to accept it at this point. You essentially work a lot with youth leadership. And how is the experience working with young people in these spaces? Because I can imagine that there are people who are trying to understand themselves, who are trying to understand their own position in the society, and then to bring them into these spheres of leadership, to bring them into these spheres of political participation. Are there anecdotes that you want to share? Are there stories?
Like from the story, I always got like, there is people who is really aware about our world, aware about the system we are in, the society and the community. And you see them, they are interested, but they miss some different skills to support them to be more able to present the topic, to fight behind the people and trying really to save their rights. And then always it's come to me, it's about, those people, they just need a little bit of attention by providing different tools, skills, workshop, education, etc. Where this is can really empower them to make them able really to participate in the community and to society, and as well being the local leaders we're looking for. When you work with those people, you feel it's about the passion they have. You feel it's about the energy they have. You feel it's about, they are really like very, like them coming from revolutions time. That you feel it like in a way.
It's like a fire in their heart.
Exactly. They have a fire in their heart and they try really to keep moving forward. You see as well the same people who they are, for example, continue creating initiatives, trying to support other, organizing campaigns, etc., etc. And when I'm trying to think, it's about our society without those people. Like it will be boring.
for real, like.
And it will be like challenging, like because those people as well, we cannot forget, they put themselves in different situation on themselves, like they take it personally after this, if they get fined or something, and then for this, for all the community and society, and they are really giving a lot for just the good they try to do, or the community, or the.
Who is the youngest person? Like, what is the age of the youngest person who is in these assemblies?
Like we have,
or the age group perhaps.
We have like people from 16 years old until 45.
Also already in school up to 45.
Exactly.
So do you also go into schools to get them together? How do you mobilize?
Like we try in our work, like in general, we try to provide activity and we try to provide different skills and educational material. It's not available in the normal system. Like for example, we try to organize a lot of debate club. And in those debate club, we try to put topic normally people they don't talk about, or sometimes so crazy to talk about.
What kind of topics?
For example, one time we had very interesting topic. The topic it was about, we have, because we see how it's come like difficult on women's situation in the community and society, and we have said it's about, let's give the women the right to hold weapons, for example, only without the man to save themselves. And the idea to hear, it's crazy. Why weapons? Why we are against it, for example, and why only women? And to open the conversation, to make those young leaders understanding why it's important, and to understand the difficulties in our society by like topic. One sentence we debate on in debate club, it's give them a lot of space to learn, because they have to go to search about why this is, or how we build our argument against the other group, and to speak about it and to make it loud, and we have to convince them in the end. And there is committee, they have to see who convinced who, etc., etc. This was like the method about how we try to empower them as well to speak loud, because like if you're doing debate club, you are in the position of minister and you try to share exactly with what your argument. No, I need this, etc., etc. Like those activity, it's really empower them first of all to understand the society around, and in the same times understand their position, like because they think about it in position yes or no, and how difficult it is, for example, the topic you are with it, but in the game you are against the idea, and how you need to convince me, and how you need to have the skills of dialogue between each other in peaceful way. Non-violence activity or communication. This is very important.
It's wonderful. Yeah, it's also giving you space to think of other perspective. For me to think of your perspective, for you to think of my perspective, and then it just...
And putting myself in your shoes.
Correct. And these are really nice activities. These are also things that prepare you to be leaders, like prepared to put you in the parliament, to be able to debate. And
And this is here how we try as well to invest on the young people from their interest, from their understanding, from their capacity, and to put them in situation to test it and to play it.
Do they also find themselves in space where they're experimenting with things? For example, young people think, when I was 16, I'm trying to think if I was a part of any debate club. And it's like, I would resist because I want to bunk school. I want to skip school and go somewhere else, hang out with my friends. So how do you then bring them to these spaces and get them to take it? Not seriously, not necessarily. It can still be done playfully. And I imagine with young people...
a lot of fun and laughing and joking. It's come first, I believe. First of all, we try to build the idea why we do this, and we try to tell them the way how we do it. It's like educational method. Debate club, it's an educational method to implement all the peace building education, where we provide for example, online education on such those topics, how to understand your society, democratic system, civil society, citizenship, social contract, etc. All this with online education. It supports us to build their foundational of information and knowledge, and to put them in a practice by having those conversations with each other. And then same times you need to push some conversation uncomfortable to those young people to make them in a situation to see how they will use their knowledge, and then same times to understand what the lack of skills they have to try to work on it and to support it and to involve it. And I believe many young people who are just interested, they see this is something we need to do. I'm interested to learn about politics. I'm interested to learn about peace building. I'm interested about to be a leader in the community. And from here, you start the people coming together, understanding the proposed sentence, etc.
Do you also bring them to kind of create activities of their own? Are they doing it independently as well, or are they doing it with the system?
We try to support them by creating their initiative, and we support it to have access to more young people. In the work we did with the Syrian Youth Assembly since 2016, right now we have community belong to more than 200,000 people. It's very, very huge network, and all those people in this network, they apply to one of our educational program, etc. online. For this, we have a huge network and a huge access, and always we support the new initiative to have access to this network, to be able to propose something good for the network again and moving forward. And when someone coming to us and say, I have an idea, for example, to create an course and a game and project, startup, etc., we try to understand how this can be social, to provide the support to make it happen, and at the same time to provide the access to the community, to implement it in the community, and not just keep it as an idea.
Does technology play a huge role? Because you said that there are also online spaces for education itself. So is it also helping to bring in technology aspect? Because social media is also so polarized right now. And these young people are very exposed to what is happening on social media. So what is the role of
the experience we had with the Syrian Youth Assembly? The Syrian Youth Assembly started in critical time for Syrian on Syria. And this it's about security and protection for young people. If we need to include young people in peace process, how we can protect them to be able to have them in the process, in this conflict. And one of our method, it's about let's propose the stuff only online to give it the access to everyone and save access to them, because they can access from their iPhone, from IP, etc. And then in the same times we give them the protection, and to focus on including young women as well. Young women, it was for us an issue, because we from our experience, many times when there is workshop in a space and local space, sometimes they are not able to come to the workshop because like security issue, there is like checkpoint, etc., etc. And it was about providing everything online can make sure to everyone will able to participate from where they are without risking their lives to move like around, because they are trying to speak about politics, speaking about peace building. And here where we use a lot, like all our tools is digital solutions, where we use, for example, we have partnership with Coursera platform, we have partnership with Babel, with Duolingo, with LinkedIn, etc. Like those platforms who really provide the high quality of education and then same times the high quality of tech to be able to lead those programs.
And this is not limited to Germany, this is also accessible for diaspora in other parts of the country, and also in Syria.
Exactly.
And how has it kind of changed with, I mean, also now with the political changes in Syria itself, there's a huge change that happened last month. Is Syrian Youth Assembly then focusing more on getting this kind of intersectionality further deeper into the societies in Syria, or how does the education process?
Our first response right now, we create a political education program, because our main focus right now is the participation of the Syrian in the next political process, and this is include election, include like understanding
participation in
parties.
Like real form.
Exactly, and then same times this is important for us to save the peace we can build. The point, it's not about building peace, it's about how you keep it, how you save it to make it sustainable peace. And this is what we try to focus on right now, to provide more political education, can make them able to understand what this is mean as a peace, and with the difference between peace and war, and to understand the difference right now they're living in. Same times understanding election system, understanding party system, how to select party, how to understand, how to communicate with politicians, and more topic regarding the political process itself. And this is like online program, anyone can access it, and we try as well to aim to be able to deliver it to 200,000 people as soon as possible. And this is like our first response we can do after 1 month. We planning right now for the future for different activity, like as well including consultation, peace building and consultation, where we try to bring a group of young people, we speak about topic, and then we report back by report, official report and recommendation, to try to clear the point we talk about with young people, how this is matter for those young people. Because as well when we speak about participation always built by different layer. You have layer where people sit on a table, the people inside the room, people outside the room, and in every layer there is different activity and different interest and different people who have interest. For this you have always to take care about every layer and to propose what their opinion in this, and to put it all on a table of the negotiation and try to make it clear. And when you speak about presenting millions of people, it's not possible without facilitating this before and presenting this after.
Again, it comes to the point of intersectionality. Like you said, that you're trying to also penetrate into different parts of the society with women and with young people, with other groups of people. And I think it's really nice, the kind of inclusive political space that you've been able to build with the assembly. Do you have advice for young activists or organizations who are trying to recreate this kind of momentum within their own group?
I believe the first step, it's build trust. Like this is the most important thing. And this is what we try to invest on all this year as Youth Assembly. When we start our organization 2016 until today, to start clearly work on political process, proposing political education, trying to speak about their involvement by consultation, etc. This was about building the trust about we are a group able to present them and to facilitate their participation. This is the most important, and we build this by talking to the young people, understanding the need of young people, proposing what they can good for them all those years before until we achieve today with all our big network. My advice, it's about try to be listener, like to really listen what exactly the people need, and try to propose it as well with their word on how this can be impactful on the politics. It can my advice as well. It can be it's about taking those people with you. Like it's very important to present them as you present them. Like, for example, always I say it's presenting young people is not just about the age of young people. It's about young people themselves. Like, take them, let them speak their thing in their words. And this is what I care about. The last advice I can say, it's really investing in young people. And this is what we try to do, because if you need them to be able to be an eligible politician participating in politics, you have to empower them with the skills they need to have to be able to participate in the future. It's not about just you throw them there, but you have to prepare them to make them able to participate.
It's bringing in political education, and it's bringing in a lot of information and empowering them through information and information and education. What gives you hope with this, about SYA? Because it's been going on. You've been working on this for 9 years.
Exactly.
And it's a really long time to be passionate. And you're young yourself. You're younger than I am. And it feels very hopeful what you're doing and the things that you've been able to achieve. So what are the things that you look forward to with SYA?
I believe the thing it's kept me doing this from 2016 until today, it was hope. About achieving the peace and trying to achieve and to try to support the Syrian around the world in something and try to make their pain more easier with everything they live. As a refugee, as a people, IDPs in the country, as a people who lost their family, etc., etc. And like my mission, it was to build hope, really, just to give them a little of hope. And same times, it was about you do this because you don't know why you do this, and this is here like you are just like this. You just do it like this. And I believe, like, if I need to come back to my background, I'm since 7 years old part of the Scout, the Scout boy in Syria. When the war in 2011 started, I joined the Syrian Red Cross, like where I try to be part as well of proposing this help. And this is just me as a human, also trying someone who grew up with this about the responsibility and the commitment for the community and society, and your duty where you cannot give up or to say no, I don't want to do it. And at the same time, just continue with me with the Youth Assembly. And I believe this is the space I find for myself, and this is very important, to keep myself busy. Where, like, to keep yourself busy from the world, from the difficulties you live, the challenge you live, and to do something you are proud of, and try to see the result today with hundreds of thousands of people, with like educational commitment and achievement, with millions of hours of study, etc.
It's really impactful. It's really, and about keeping yourself busy, I did go through your Instagram, and I saw that you also volunteer as a local guide.
Exactly.
At the Potsdamer Zoo. It's so incredible that your interests are also so wide. So, like,
in the end, volunteering, it's part of my life, but as well, volunteering, it's in a way to learn something new. And as well, if you keep doing the thing you're doing forever without including something new, you will not be happy, or you didn't still having the same fun. But this, you have to jump every time to something new, to do something different. For example, like the zoo in Berlin, where I feel it, the space as well, where belong to all of us. It's very important to participate and to help and to support, like, as well, the thing we love.
It also seems like volunteering is a very natural part of you, because I also saw that you're volunteering as a guide at the Potsdamer Zoo in the city. So what is your interest in volunteering in general?
Like, volunteering, it's really part of you educate yourself in different ways. And I feel as well as I'm keep leading the Youth Assembly and another initiative, I have to include something else in my life to feel the difference as well, and to get a new knowledge and to get different access as well, to propose who I am, what I'm doing, etc. And here where I find myself as well, being in the zoo, where this is something connect me with my interest as a scout, and all the scouts connect me with the nature, with the animals, understanding this. And as well, it's fantastic world, like, to go with the animal world, like, really to understand their behavior, to see what they are doing. And you don't need to go deep, just have like 1 page reading on this animal, and you will learn a lot, and you feel really very, very inspired about their life, etc. And I find that this is as well with a lot of children around, young people around. It's really as well fun to spend the time there. Volunteering, it's really part of my life as I'm doing, for example, everything I'm doing in the Youth Assembly is volunteering work. I don't work for the Youth Assembly. I do my work as volunteer with all those ideas. And to be honest here, maybe this is something I learned from the Youth Assembly as volunteer in the Youth Assembly, leading the organization and delivering all this impact. When I am a volunteer, I have the feel of about I'm more free. To do what I want to do.
Your time is your time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the creation you have. Like how do you want to create something new? How you believe it's fit? How you believe like it can be interesting. It's totally different when you are like an employee. Try just to commit on the thing you have to commit to.
Yeah.
And then this is like with the volunteering, you have more freedom to do. And for us as well, we count as well in the Youth Assembly on donation. We don't count on funding or like applying for funding, etc., etc. As well here we have our free money to develop the project. And our eyes, we see it's fit for the young people. Like for example, one from the project we support, if young people want to apply for scholarship to study in university, like many times they ask them for IELTS or TOEFL exam. And sometimes cost around 500 euro. Many young people, they don't have this cost. Absolutely. And many of them, they lose the opportunity of the scholarship because they are not able to do this. Yeah. This is where we jump in and we say, no worry, we will pay it from our donation. Where this is like the small thing you think about, it's very important, where there is not easy everyone to find organizations supporting with this small thing, etc., etc.
Yeah. It could be small to you, I mean to us, but it's so much to them. It changes the entire course of their life.
Exactly. As well as organization, like who will do this, for example, like giving scholarship for 500 euro for English test. But for them, for young people, it's totally different, like change their ways and their choice. But we try really to care about those small things, and we care about it with our fully freedom. No donor control us to say do this or don't do this or do it as I want.
Is there some way that we can support, or our listeners can support you? And the organization, of course.
I believe volunteering, like it's always welcome. Like we look always for volunteers to help us developing new programs, because as well we have different educational program. We asking about volunteer to help us developing the technology we try to use, and then same times we ask about donation to support such like those English tests, for example.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
If I want to say like something, it's really support me to do all this. I believe the space and the place where I am in, and I believe myself. If I am not in Berlin, it will be different. Like Berlin, as I believe, non-direct like incubator for social entrepreneur, for young leaders. It's really give them the access from different space to support the other in the same way. Like many of my partnership right now with our NGO, where I get it from other people here, they believe in my idea and they want to support it. And this is where I feel like the city itself like support this type of work in the direction, where this something maybe difficult will be to achieve the same thing I achieve if I'm not in Berlin, for example.
But even in other cities in Germany, it would be different.
I believe
so. Berlin is
like
unique in
Berlin,
that.
Unique, diverse, and at the same time more open and creative for something new. We accept the challenge. We are happy to go through it. Exactly. Yeah. It's more than about no, we keep it safe. We just do this, and this is like really give you the space to be able to be creative and to try to have innovation in a way to create new stuff. And this is very important as well.
I think the city is also very experimental in that sense, for good, I imagine.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Really nice talking to you.